off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the ring, story did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. Next level. One of the best.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Before we came up to the booth, Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Hall again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
One advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run with Hall. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by Lutz is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chat.
Robert Woods! Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead is Hall. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 87 yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Bird here. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. This defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Breece Hall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 62 yards. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down throw for Mills. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Terrace Marshall from 17 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same with the game plan. I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mills. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 176 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Running left, it's Hall. Down to about the 37. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Boy, 199 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night.
Here we go. Set.
Hall again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
On the counter, it's Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One more time with Hall. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have yet again retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down. Now the ball comes loose. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A handoff for Hall. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. My goodness, 225 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gaskin. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Mills. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Mills now from the 50. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mills. That's going to be caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 30 yards. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mills' throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mills to the air again. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On third down, here's Mills. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fourth down, Mills. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up first and goal at the 1.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bucs have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Down the left sideline. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Rolling to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. they can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Touchdown! Dallas Goedert saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
From the 29, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson now to throw on third down. Touchdown, 49ers. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Mills on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They would try to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Wilson to throw. Connects with Duvernay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 61.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing now is Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Wilson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lead, yeah, a little extra on top.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
You see, it's two type of people in life.